The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as the human delegation entered. Kate walked beside Benjamin, her small hand clutching a data pad that contained Earth's final offering. At 12 years old, she was the youngest diplomat ever to address the Council. But humanity had little choice. They needed allies, and they needed them desperately. The Zixorth ambassador, a towering insectoid creature with crystalline eyes, clicked its mandibles in what passed for laughter among its kind. Humans, it buzzed through the translation matrix. You come begging for protection against the Void Swarm, yet you bring a child? Where are your warriors? Your battle fleets? Benjamin, standing protectively beside Kate, clenched his jaw. At 19, he was barely older, a junior xenobiologist who had been chosen for this mission precisely because of his youth. The Council had made it clear. They wanted to see humanity's future, not its past. They wanted proof that humans were worth saving. Honorable Council, Kate began, her voice steady despite the trembling in her fingers. We bring no warriors because Earth has taught us a different kind of strength. We bring knowledge. We bring history. The assembled aliens shifted in their various forms of seating. The Quilnari representative, a being of pure energy contained within a crystalline shell, pulsed with what the translation matrix interpreted as impatience. History? Child, we have witnessed civilizations rise and fall across 1,000,000 years. What can your infant species possibly teach us? Kate tapped her datapad and a hologram sprang to life above the chamber floor. It showed Earth, not the gleaming orbital stations or the terraformed continents, but the Earth of old. Savage, untamed, teeming with life that clawed and bit and killed. Earth once had beasts, Kate said softly. Terrible beasts. Creatures that could crush bones with their jaws, pierce armor with their horns, inject venom that dissolved flesh. We called them bears, lions, elephants, snakes. She paused, letting the hologram cycle through images of predators that made even the battle-hardened. Council members leaned forward with interest. The Void Swarm has consumed 17 systems, the Zorth ambassador interrupted. They are unstoppable. They adapt to every weapon, every strategy. What do your extinct animals have to do with this? Benjamin stepped forward, his voice calm but carrying an edge that made several aliens tense. They're not all extinct. We kept one. The hologram shifted, showing a creature no larger than a medium-sized dog. It had coarse fur, small ears, and eyes that held an almost bored expression. To the Council, it looked utterly unremarkable. This is Mellivora capensis, Benjamin explained, the honey badger. It weighed perhaps 14 kilograms. It had no venom, no armored hide, no particular size advantage. By all biological metrics, it should have been prey. The Quilnari pulsed with confusion. Then why show us this insignificant creature? Kate smiled, and there was something ancient in that expression, something that made the Council suddenly remember that humans were predators too. Because it didn't care about metrics. It didn't care about size or strength or odds. The honey badger took on lions, took on Cape buffalo, took on packs of African wild dogs. It raided beehives despite thousands of stings. It consumed venomous snakes for breakfast. It fought off leopards and lived. Impossible, the Zorth buzzed. No creature that size could— It did, Benjamin interrupted, his voice hardening. Do you want to know why? Because it had something that size and strength couldn't measure. It had attitude. It had ferocity. It had an absolute, fundamental refusal to accept that anything in the universe could stop it. The hologram changed again, showing footage from Earth's archives. The Council watched in fascinated horror as honey badgers fought off entire prides of lions, shrugged off cobra bites that would kill creatures 10 times their size, and continued hunting even with porcupine quills embedded in their faces. You ask where our warriors are, Kate said, her voice rising to fill the chamber. You want to know why Earth has no beast left? It's not because we exterminated them. We didn't hunt them to extinction like some barbaric species might. We studied them. We learned from them. We took their lessons into ourselves. Benjamin activated another sequence. Humanity faced the honey badger and asked ourselves what makes something unstoppable. It's not size. The dinosaurs were large and they died. It's not strength. The mammoth was strong and it perished. It's not even intelligence alone. It's the absolute refusal to give up, combined with the willingness to adapt, to endure, to take punishment that should kill you and keep moving forward. The chamber was utterly silent now. Kate's eyes swept across the Council. and every being there felt the weight of her gaze. Earth has no beasts left because we became them. Every human carries the stubbornness of the honey badger, the strategic mind of the wolf pack, the communal strength of the ant colony. We took 15 billion years of evolutionary warfare and distilled it into ourselves. The Void Swarm thinks it's unstoppable, Benjamin said. It's adapted to your weapons, your tactics, your logic. But it hasn't faced something that doesn't care about being outmatched. It hasn't faced something that will take a hit that should be fatal and just get angrier. It hasn't faced humanity. Kate tapped her data pad one final time. We don't need you to protect us, Honorable Council. We're asking you to let us protect you. Give us your coordinates, your defensive positions, your evacuation routes. Then show us where the swarm is thickest. The Zorth ambassador leaned forward, mandibles trembling. You would face them alone? A species with barely 300 worlds against a force that has consumed thousands? Benjamin smiled, and it was not a pleasant expression. You still don't understand. We're not just a species with 300 worlds. We're the species that learned from the honey badger. We're the species that looked at nature's most fearless predator and said, we can do better. Kate closed her data pad with a decisive click. Give us a chance and we'll show you what Earth taught us. We'll show you why the beasts are gone. We'll show you what happens when you give a honey badger starship engines and antimatter weapons. The council chamber erupted in debate. But Kate and Benjamin stood firm, two young humans carrying the weight of their entire species. Above them, the hologram of the honey badger continued to loop, a small, seemingly insignificant creature facing down threats 100 times its size, and never, ever backing down. The vote, when it came, was unanimous.